Okay guys, coming up next, I have a really special treat and first time ever on my channel, the wonderful, talented, beautiful Lindsay. And she's a friend of mine and a professional makeup artist, kick-ass makeup artist. But what's even more relevant today, one of the biggest fragrance enthusiasts that I know. We've talked about fragrances for years and we decided to do a collaboration that is something that I've never really done before. She's gonna pick 3 favorite fragrances of hers that she likes to smell on men. So guys, practical, useful advice. You're always asking, what do women like to smell on men? She's gonna tell you, and believe me, she knows a lot about fragrance. And what I'm gonna do for the ladies out there is pick 3 of my favorite fragrances that I like to smell on women.
Perfect.
And I think this is gonna be a great video, one that you guys will find very useful, so stay tuned. It's coming up next. Welcome back everybody to Joel the Nose. And as you saw at the outset of this video, I've got the lovely and beautiful and talented Lindsay here with me today at Osme Perfumery, of course, here in Miami. And okay, so we're gonna get right into this. We each chose 3 of our favorite fragrances for the opposite sex. So she's gonna lead off and tell me some of her favorite fragrances for men.
Perfect. So my number 1 is Aiden Bob's Guerthery. So excuse my French, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it needs no introduction. This fragrance to me is so, I think underrated as well. I don't hear many people talking about it. The notes here to me smell like you're a man in control. It's a sense of peace and strength when you smell it. That's what I get.
Yeah.
The notes, it's salty. There's suede. There's something called black ink. I'm not sure what that means, but it's musky, ambery, and there's some florals. It has a bit of everything that you could imagine in a fragrance. To me, this is just incredible.
That I don't know what they were going for with that black ink, but it almost reminds me of the smell of if you're writing with a nice pen and ink.
Yeah,
that
possibly.
kind of like on paper, that smell. It's just like you said, it's very elegant. It's very clean. It's crisp, and I love that that fragrance is also at an extrait level. So I mean, it is a really high concentrated perfume, and just
this is for the man who's elegant. This is for somebody who wants to smell unique, who's maybe wanting to travel. This to me smells like someone just a soft landing space. That's how I feel.
I like it. Great choice. Great choice.
Next up,
just got to make me have to go out and get it now. All right, so I'm gonna go with my first choice is one that I actually have had in my personal collection for a long time. This is Exit the King from Etat Libre d'Orange. And the best way that I would describe this one is it is a sexy, soapy, metallic rose fragrance that lasts all day. That for me, it's not cloying, it's not too rosy. I'm not necessarily a big rose fragrance fan even on women, but to me, when I smell this on a woman, it's the smell of that kind of soapiness. It's almost like fresh, clean out of the shower. But it's got this metallic edge to it, and the rose is just, when I smell it again on a woman, it drives me crazy.
It's a clean rose. I'm wearing it now, and I personally don't like rose either, and I'm obsessed with it. It's amazing. Yeah,
so if you want, and by the way, their fragrances are also very affordable. So, I mean, you can get like a 30 or 50 ml bottle for, I don't know, like around $100 or under $100, so check it out.
So my number 2 is Russian Tea Oud by Massimiliano. To me, this is like you're a boss, okay? This is you're owning every meeting, every conversation, everything in life, you're dominating with this fragrance.
Yeah.
It's the black tea note to me is what makes it. It's black tea oud, there's mint, cardamom, there's spices, there's a bit of citrus. It's absolutely incredibly balanced as well. But that black tea note in here is just, it's so good in fragrances. You don't even have to like tea or even think about it being so tea-like to understand that note in fragrances is just a game changer, especially when it's blended with those more deeper, woodsier accords.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, I love the original Russian tea. So this is a series they've done recently where they've taken some of their classics and added oud and some other elements and made it just richer and deeper. And I mean, they somehow found out a way to improve on the original with adding in that oud.
When I smelled this blew me away the first time I
smelled it. And I like something you said earlier, we were talking about this, it's like, this is like the CEO fragrance. This is like the guy that walks in, you are commanding the room, you are, 100%. Whether it's a sales meeting, whether it's a board meeting, like that is the fragrance you wear.
Russian tea oud.
Great choice. All right, so I'm going to go with my next one, and this is not only an amazing bottle, but of course an amazing fragrance, and it is Ananda from M. Mekhalef. Try to get there in the light. Wow, look at this thing. I mean,
Beautiful.
you can just see this sitting on your shelf or in your fragrance collection. It is going to stand out, but not just stand out for the exquisite bottle, but what's in here. And if you love jasmine, which is such a traditional fragrance, it can be sometimes a little bit overdone or maybe a little bit boring. But what they've done here is they've made it a little bit more of that animalic jasmine, not the sweet jasmine, but to tame it and not keep it like too, I guess, dirty or grungy. They have plum and pear and some fruity notes that just really, from top to bottom, make this a fragrance that when you smell it on a woman, or when I smell it on a woman, it drives me crazy.
Gorgeous. And
Yeah.
I love jasmine and fruits. I think that's such a beautiful.
Yeah, it is a good combination. You don't necessarily see it all the time, but white floral and fruits really mixes
Amazing.
well. Yeah.
All right, so my last but not least is Precious Liquid Salt and Pepper. This to me is your everyday citrus, but more elevated. I'm tired of smelling the same old, mandarin orange and lemon scent
Yeah.
on a man. Okay,
Yeah.
this is elevated to another level. It has the bergamot, which is a toned down citrus, I feel. It's not so sharp. And then the pepper, the name is in it, salt and pepper. The pepper note is so sharp, but not cloying either. It's so beautiful. This is fresh out of the shower. You smell like $1,000,000 in this. This is, if you want to attract a woman, this is the fragrance for you.
I mean, what great advice, because every dude out there, I know they're always like, what is a fragrance that I can wear that women will like? So it's great having your advice on this, especially with someone I know. She is a real enthusiast and a great collector. But what I like about that fragrance too also is it's perfect right now for summer. This is like, it's a fresh fragrance, but it's not like a cheesy kind of, too like freshy. It is really like the pepper note gives it some depth. I think there's 3 kinds of peppers, right?
There's 3 kinds of peppers and 3 kinds of patchoulis, but the patchouli isn't as forward in here because that note sometimes scares people. This is something that you can't get sick of. I can imagine this on someone being in 90-degree weather and not getting sick of it not oxidizing or anything. This is incredible for every day.
Great choice. And Richard Herpen, the founder and the brand and the perfumer, is just a really cool guy. So love to support that. My last, but surely, or definitely not least, is Phoenix from Lark. Hold it up there. And the reason why I chose this one is I think this is a great kind of entry-level niche fragrance for the women out there maybe who are looking to jump from designer out of that kind of world.
Right.
Or maybe they already have jumped in with Baccarat Rouge, which seems to be essentially in every woman's collection that I meet.
Not mine.
And
Not mine.
it's out, and this to me is a more refined, elegant version if you like that scent profile, that kind of oriental, woody, sweet fragrance that is universally well liked. Let's face it, it is a universally well liked smell. It is a mass appealing smell. But this one, first of all, it's a lot cheaper than Baccarat Rouge, and I think a better fragrance. And if you want to kind of like get into this world and you're not sure, this is a great one to check out.
And it's beautiful and it's French.
Yeah, I mean, it's French. And look at it, the bottle is, if I remember correct, the founder of the brand was an architect.
The bottle's gorgeous.
He's designed all their
They can see it
bottles.
from here on the top. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'll just kind of hold it up if you can see it there a little bit better. But it just fits in the hand so perfectly. It's a piece of work. So.
and I'm glad that you chose 3 bottles that are appealing because women love packaging. Men like scents, and we like them both, but we're suckers for packaging. So they're all beautiful fragrances.
Very true. So thank you so much, Lindsay, for coming on.
Thank you for having me on your channel.
Yeah, we're doing some collaborations here, and I'm doing some stuff on her channel, and we're having a great time here at Osme as always. And thank you all for watching, and thank you for your support. And I will be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfume. Bye, guys.